I want to determine the exact day Sidney Crosby will pass Gordie Howe in the all-time NHL point scoring list. Let's talk sports talk. Let's go! What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Jim Sock Sports, the name of the channel. Let's talk sports talk, the name of the series. And my name is McKalen. Thank you, Painted Animals, for that wonderful intro. So if you're looking at your screen, you're going to see a bunch of numbers, and you're also going to see this beautiful, beautiful man right there. Wow, look at him. Hey, he's gorgeous. Look at that smile. Look at them cheeks. Don't you just want to pinch him? Anyway. Yeah, Sidney Crosby. Why did I choose this Gordie Howe number? Because 2,000 is out of reach. No one's ever going to reach 2,000 points. That's a nice round number that everybody wants somebody to reach, I think. It'd be really cool. I don't think any hockey fan would snuff at how cool that would be. But it's just not going to happen. It's too unrealistic. But the Gordie Howe number. Gordie Howe has sort of been the number to catch ever since Wayne Gretzky passed Gordie Howe. It was a big deal. And everyone who's passed it, well, the two players that have passed Gordie Howe since then, it's also been a big deal. Yeah, when Yarmir did it, it was really cool. When Messier did it, it was really cool. Those sort of like journeyman type guys. And the next guy I think in line who might have an opportunity to do it would be Sidney Crosby. He's not the only guy who has an opportunity to do it. There's quite a few in the league right now. I'd probably list about 5 that have a chance. But it's still, out of those 5, I doubt 3 of them would, just because of injuries. Sidney Crosby might not even, and we'll get into that more right now. So Sidney Crosby in 1851. He was born in 1851. No, that's the number of points that we're hoping he gets. We're trying to get the exact date that Sidney Crosby scores his 1851st point, i.e. passing Gordie Howe on the all-time stats list. Here, if you look at the all-time stats list, I'll pull it right here. You can take a little gander. That's not it at all. I am so sorry. I wasted your time. I'm not going to pull up the all-time stats list. That's what that means. So in order to do that, we need to figure out how many points does Sidney Crosby need to get in order to pass that number. Well, right now, as you can see on this Hockey DB page, Sidney Crosby has 1,365 points. That means he needs 489 more points in order to pass Gordie Howe. What is Sidney Crosby's points per game, you may ask? I'll tell you what his points per game is. If Sidney Crosby has played in 13 or scored 1,365 points, and then you can divide that by an 82 game season. Sidney Crosby's. Are you stupid, man? So stupid. Never mind. You take that number, 1,365, and divide it by the number of games that Sidney Crosby has played, and you get this number here. It looks great, 1.27. That's his points per game. Now, that is not the amount of points per game, actually, because Sidney Crosby doesn't play every game that the Pittsburgh Penguins play. So sure, if Sidney Crosby were to play in 82 games in a season, then yeah, he would have a bunch of points. It would be 104. But we know Sidney Crosby doesn't play in every single Pittsburgh Penguin game, so we need to figure out this number here. Crosby games per team games. That's 0.84. How do I get that 0.8 number? Well, then you take how many points Sidney Crosby has, and you don't divide it by the number of games he has played. This is when I pull over this little thing and show you once it just settles in there. There we go. So this is just a little search that I did on NHL.com. So from 2005 to 2006 until right now, that's how long Sidney Crosby's been playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They have played 1,285 games. So you do this and you divide it by 1,285 because that's the number of Pittsburgh Penguin games played. So that's the actual points per team game number of Sidney Crosby. So for every one Pittsburgh Penguin game, Sidney Crosby scores about 1 point. So he's a point per game player, even if you take into consideration his injuries. And something that's kind of cool, this is why I love to do these videos. If you actually take that number, 0.06, and times it by a full 82 game season. Congratulations, Sid, you did it. You should retire now because you're almost exactly at 87 points per season, which is just really, really cool, considering it's his number and all. It's not just the number he wears on his back, but I think it's the number he repeats to himself when he falls asleep. He has a weird fixation on 87. Born in 87, he wears number 87. He gets paid $8.7 million. Yeah. So a little bit of a superstitious guy, I guess. So I'm sure he'll be happy to know that his actual points per 82 game season would be 87. So from there, we know that he scores 1.06 points per Penguins game. So we need to figure out how many Penguins games he needs that need to be played, or how many team games need to be played in order for him to score 489 points. So the math for that, very easy math. You take 489, boom, and divide that by this. And you get this number here. That's the number of games that Sidney Crosby's team is going to have to play in order for him to reach 1,851 points. So we'll minus the 36 for the remainder of this season, as we're in the All-Star break right now. I should say, recording this video on February 8th. So yeah, 36 games left in this season. You minus that, you get 425.32. That's how many games after this year will need to be played by Sidney Crosby's team. So we take that one step further, and we know with the same durability, this is how many seasons it'll be after this year. So that's saying that he plays 84% of the games that the Pittsburgh Penguin or whatever team he plays for plays. That'll take him into his 6th season. So this year, after this year, he has 3 more years on contract, and then he'll need to sign another 3-year deal. He needs to play into that 6th season, meaning he'll need to play into that season where he's 40 years old. So Sidney Crosby is going to turn 40 in 2027, August 7th. He needs to play that year. He needs to play into 2027 when he's age 40 and into 2028. That's just the reality of it. That's how long he's going to have to play for if he's going to even get close to this number. I also did that math for if he has perfect durability. So this is if he actually does play like every single game that his team is eligible to play in, which honestly is unrealistic. I just thought I would show you that discrepancy. It's almost a whole season difference. So essentially, Sidney Crosby's injuries throughout his year has amounted to one whole season of production, which you might think would be a lot higher. You might think he would have lost more than that, but he's lost a whole season of production due to his injuries, is sort of what that stat says. So he has those 3 more years under contract after this. So that means he needs, we're looking for that 3rd season of that new deal if he ends up signing it. So that'll put him into that 2027 year, like I said. So we know that Sidney Crosby is going to reach that point sometime in 2027, earlier in the year. To be precise, 15 and a half games into the 2027 season. So first thing we want to do in order to sort of gauge where that would be is I'm going to pull up the 2019. This is the 2019 schedule. So this is the very beginning of the Pittsburgh Penguins career, or Pittsburgh Penguins year in 2019. I chose 2019 because it's just the last normal year that existed in the world of hockey. Before that, things were just normal completely. And after that, I don't know if you heard, but there was a pandemic and we had to change the start times and stuff. So I'm just going from 2019 because it seems like a safe place. This is usually about the time that the season's going to start. Sorry, not November, in October, of course. So we're just going to count out 16 games and see how deep into a normal regular season is 16 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in the first month, which is a little high in my opinion, honestly. 14, 15, 16. So it'll be around, early to mid-November of 2027 is when he's going to end up scoring that point. So then what I want to do is pull over this guy here. Why ain't he coming? There he is. Pull over this guy here, and then we can look actually at the beginning of November of 2027 and sort of guesstimate when it'll be. I think that, Sidney Crosby's a homer. He's a hometown hero. He's a good Canadian hockey player. He's a good kid. He's a good hockey kid. I think he's going to do it on Hockey Night in Canada. That's just my hunch. I'm going with November 20th. November 20th of 2027. That's when Sidney Crosby will score his 1,851st point. Wow. That's pretty cool. I hope he does. I hope he signs another deal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Will Sidney Crosby sign another deal? Do you think he's going to just retire after this season? Because obviously, he doesn't really have anything to play for other than this number or winning another Stanley Cup. He's already won everything that a hockey player can kind of hope to win. So I doubt that he digs in any deeper. But for the sake of this video, I really hope he does, because the closer he gets to that number, the closer I get to being Nostradamus. So yeah, I really hope that he can sign another deal. And I know if he does sign another deal, there's no way he Joe Thorntons it and bounces around. You know what I mean? He's going to stick with the Penguins because they've treated him well, and he's treated them well. It's just been a good relationship all the way through for Sid the Kid and the Pittsburgh Penguins. So yeah, that's my prediction. November 20th of 2027. That's when Crosby will score that point. Yeah, stay tuned to this channel for more videos like this. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. I got some longer form podcast conversation style videos in the works that I'm going to be working on putting on this channel. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. And if you subscribe, you'll definitely hear about it. So yeah, thank you for all the support and road to 40 subscribers. Let's go. Peace. Let's go!
Doing my job.